Hello and welcome to the Top Watch, a channel to find about new watches, the best watches and more. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Without further ado, let us begin with today's list of British watchmakers you should know. Number 1. Ulster Watch Company. After lying dormant for 4 decades, Ulster is now alive and kicking with a growing portfolio of new timepieces now available. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, Ulster made beautifully engineered wristwatches for stylish men and women of intellectual and creative substance. People who required precision and robustness, scientists, engineers and industrialists as well as style setters and the self-made. It succumbed in the late 1970s, along with many independent watchmakers, to the quartz crisis. Ulster was resurrected in 2014 and after 2 years in the making, their first wristwatch for over 40 years was released in 2017. They were inspired by the Nautoscaf dive watch as worn by Richard Dreyfuss as Matt Hooper in the classic movie, Jaws. And that is why they chose the Nautoscaf II to revive and lead the resurrection of Ulster in the 21st century. The new Ulster was created to bring romance back to wristwatches. They don't simply carbon copy old models and rely purely on their past. They are inspired by their fabulous portfolio of timepieces from their past, however they believe in bringing modern thinking and design touches to their new watches. They are about style and aspiration but not for mere consumption but for conservation, protection and legacy. Number 2. Christopher Ward. It all began on a gentle boat trip down the Thames in May 2004. Peter Ellis and Mike Francis had recently sold their company, the Early Learning Center, an ethical toy company, while Chris Ward was bored with his job importing t-shirts. Peter then had a light bulb moment and suggested they collaborate and start a business together. It needed to be something they were all interested in, as football and music seemed beyond them, and because they were all fascinated by horology, they settled on watches. And through a friend who was well connected in the luxury watch industry, they learned some surprising information. Most of the Swiss brands were using the same or similar components, from the same manufacturers, to make their timepieces. The markups from manufacturing costs to RRP, recommended retail price, were staggering. One famous Swiss brand was marking up by 34 times. Once their indignation at these high markups subsided, they saw an opportunity to create a different type of premium watch business. A company that would avoid the huge marketing overheads and third-party retailer margins of the Swiss brands. A company that would provide the cheapest, most expensive watches in the world. They called it Christopher Ward. It seemed the most quintessentially English name of the three of them. They started out and had a simple 3-part plan. Sell directly to customers only through their own website. Apply a maximum 3 times markup on the manufacturing price. Avoid the costly celebrity endorsements to which the Swiss brands seem addicted and so, on June 2, 2005 from a converted chicken shed on a farm in Berkshire, they launched the world's first online-only watch brand. They started with 2 models, the C5 Malvern Automatic and the C3 Malvern Chronograph. And the rest is history. Number 3. Ferrer Watches. Ferrer is an independent British watch company driven by a horological passion for detail, design and most importantly, difference. They are extremely proud to be part of a new generation of watchmakers playing a small part to define the future of an industry with such legacy. They believe mechanical watches are as relevant today as they ever have been, as we all search for meaningful products that are inherently well made and have the ability to stand the test of time. As a result, every collection they seek to design has an authentic purpose in mind. Whether that be for land, sea or air, all they are built for adventure and designed to be enjoyed for a lifetime. They love to design their watches to be original, inspired by the past but here to create their own unique aesthetic for the future. They are happy not fitting in, and they love to never follow the crowd and are unafraid to make some bold decisions along the way. Their pursuit for quality is relentless. Whether in design, manufacturing, finish or after-sales servicing, they like to hold themselves and their partners to the very highest of standards. It is this discerning focus that cements their DNA and never goes unnoticed by the watch community who all share a sharp eye for the detail. Number 4. Isotope Watches. Isotope Watches is an independent, enthusiastic and driven brand founded in 2016 by Jose and Joanna Miranda. Based in England and offering one-to-one service, they combine original designs with traditional solutions in a boutique approach. The Isotope brand name is derived from science. Isotopes are different forms of a single element, and in horology, the Isotope brand represents the individuality and originality that defines them as a company, always determined to explore new paths and become first among equals. They have aligned the I in their logo with the 7th hour, considered by numerology experts to be the world's favorite number and a universal symbol of good fortune and unification, and significant across almost all cultures and religions worldwide. Number 5. Scurfa Watches. Founded in 2013 as a way to support the diving staff who were left out in the cold and without a watch when their vintage Rolex divers exploded in value. This left most of them with a watch deemed too valuable and precious to wear in the extremely hostile conditions where they worked out in the North Sea. Paul Scurfa, the founder of Scurfa Watches, sought out to make a saturation dive watch that was affordable, tough and built to a high standard using quality materials. Thus the first model, the Diver 1 Silicon, was created. Since the first model of the Diver 1 was made, Paul has set his mind on making the watches better and better, and in March 2013 he launched Scurfa. Since then Paul now has numerous different models available, one of which is a limited edition that was so popular it sold out remarkably quick. And there you have it, 5 different British watchmakers. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe as part 2 will be coming soon. If you would like to see watchmakers from different countries in a video like this, be sure to leave a comment. Thanks for watching and have a great day.